Everyone, my name is Ian Foster, and I don't have your typical introduction slide yet, but I wanted to kind of paint a picture for you all. I remember as a kid, family time, going out camping, Dad loading up the car, heading off to Eastern Oregon somewhere, setting up the tent. My mom's been preparing food for the weekend, and then you hear a noise in the distance of coming towards you. These people usually tend to show up late in the evening. Then you hear some cranking as they're trying to start up a generator. And then you get the recreational vehicle, which brings me to my rant. And the rumble, or the generator, is actually to power, there's 6 television sets that they have in the recreational vehicle. So the biggest problem I have with recreational vehicles are the impact to the environment. They're extremely harmful to the environment. I don't have the exact statistics, but I would imagine the emissions rate is much higher for one of these monstrosities. And they also are fairly damaging to our highways and roads. They're a much heavier vehicle, and we don't have requirements in state law that make them pay extra fees to use the roads. And then your typical clientele, I don't know if this is true, but based on my observation, it's mostly old people and Republicans. And I don't know how your grandfather drives, but I don't feel confident with my grandfather getting behind the wheel of a 30-foot, essentially what is like a semi-truck. And the financial impact of recreational vehicles. They're immediately depreciating value. The second you drive one off the lot, it's like throwing cash out the window. The cost of gas is outrageous. The motorhome park fees, which I don't know if you've ever seen a motorhome park, but I don't understand what the appeal is with those. The cost of insurance, and of course, maintenance of the vehicle. So here's what I would want to do. The state of Oregon has no regulations in the Oregon Revised Statute that requires more registration fees for the motorhome. So I would go and speak to my local legislator and tell them what my problem is with the current system. And they would take the language, if they wanted to turn it into a bill, and take it to legislative council, where they would draft a bill that would increase the fees for motorhomes. And I would also want in that language to add these dots are the port of entries around the state, so every semi-truck has to stop in these spots. So I would require that every recreational vehicle coming through Oregon would be required to stop at these points and pay higher fees for usage of our roads. Now, of course, there are some exceptions to the rule. The Airstream is actually pretty cool. So is the Volkswagen Vanagon. These are reasonable recreational vehicles. So with that, I'll take any questions or comments you might have. Thank you.
I have one.